Alright, we're live on YouTube and Facebook, waiting on Twitch as usual. Let's just give this about 30 seconds or so. Okay, so today I'm taking a break from working towards the private beta version, especially the futures version of the private beta I'm working on. I've been mostly focusing on that for the past week or two, and there's this feature that I've been wanting to build. And I almost decided to build it last week because I hit a bug, and this feature is going to help me fix bugs. I ended up fixing the bug on my own, but there will always be more bugs. And I'm thinking right now it's time to reprioritize and resequence the order that I was going to work on things. So I'm taking this feature, which will be built on Bonsai first. It will also be a feature available to people that use Bonsai. And I'm going to fast prototype that as fast as I can. Now I was thinking of just doing a normal kind of planned out thing where I take my notes and we go through and we start planning the build. And as soon as I start doing that, I'm just like, no, I think I can actually build the prototype for it faster than it would take me to plan it out and design it. So I'm going to design it as I code it. This is a huge benefit to being a full stack developer and being the only team member on this project right now. Down the road I'll probably be bringing more developers in, and it's actually through this feature that I'm building that I will probably find who I bring into the team. So we're gonna hit the ground running with that. You're gonna see what it's like to just build a new feature as I'm designing it and coding it at the same time. And then you'll start to get an idea of what the feature is, but I'm just gonna take a quick second before we jump in and show you what this feature is. So I wrote this article back in I think it's 2015, so about 5 years ago or so, and this article is the most shared article I've ever written. It got shared to Tim Ferriss's audience, so that was a big percentage of the hits that it got. Doesn't have very many claps because back then you couldn't just clap. It was just like one like. Now you can. Now a good article gets like a bunch of claps. It's weird, but This was my idea to give away an app that I was abandoning because I didn't really want to work on it. I decided that it wasn't going to be my life passion to build this app, at least right then. And as I explained in this article, Google had this thing called Google Helpouts, and basically I'd wanted to build this tool where you could hire people per minute to do consulting on very specific things. And right around the time that me and my business partner at the time were talking about doing this, I woke up one of these days, looked up on Hacker News, and Google Helpouts was all over Hacker News, Designer News, everywhere. And I thought it was awesome, so I started using it, and I wasn't mad at all. If Google launches something that you're planning on doing, good luck, you know? So I just started using it, and it could have been used as a tool for me to make money off of it, so I wasn't mad, and I was getting tons of value out of it. basically there'd be Google engineers would give away free sessions on like Saturdays sometimes, where I could just talk with really experienced engineers about certain questions I had when it came to coding. And you could do this in any field. It was a lot of coding stuff on there, but one day they shut it down, and I think it just wasn't as profitable as they were maybe thinking. I'm not exactly sure, but the point is, I gave away this app, and I kind of challenged people to like steal it and actually build it, because I want this app. Like, if someone made it, I would be stoked. I would buy it if I had to. And nobody's taken that idea. As far as I know, nobody's done like the Google Helpouts thing very well yet. I was looking this up the other day. Google Helpouts alternative. Can't remember if there's anything good. Yeah, Clarity FM is like, that was even before Google Helpouts. I've never used it for coding, so maybe I should just try that sometime. The thing is, you don't want to rebuild a feature that another company is already doing better, because that's just going to be a waste of time. So the easiest way to browse, buy, and sell knowledge through live video. The thing is, we'll probably try and find the best service that does this, and then we can integrate with it, unless we just want to build the feature from scratch ourselves. I don't think it'd be that hard to just build it from scratch. But let's check out the competition, and if we look at it right, they're not really competition, because they can just help us prototype faster. And we can always integrate it deeper later down the road. So what does Clarity have for coding? That's pretty vague. Okay. Alright, this dude's stacked up some big numbers. That looks pretty legit. I would have to test it out to really know, but let's be specific and see if anyone does Roots WordPress. Yeah, I wonder how many people there are doing WordPress. It's just an endless scroll. Well, there's got to be hundreds of people at least. So what I want to do is create a page for Bonsai that would be a version of Clarity FM or Google Helpouts, and when you go to it, there would be people, in Bonsai's example, there would be people that are highly skilled at Roots WordPress development, specifically doing either Ansible or like front end. Could really be anything. Anyone that's an expert in any one of these things basically could potentially be on there. And then I would curate the team myself, and I would probably hire them myself straight through that tool. And then other people could get help themselves through that tool. I'm thinking for now, it would be easiest just to have select the product, which would be the person, and then their time per minute correlates with that. You select your amount of minutes. You could probably do bulk discounts for half an hour, hour-long sessions, and then it could just be the same pop-up window for credit card checkout, quick and easy. That would tie into some type of Zapier integration. I wonder if Gravity Forms has a Calendly. Gravity Forms. Calendly. So one of the big reasons I want to also focus on building this feature now is because we can kind of build a community out of people that would like to be featured on this site. It's potential work or potential job. Either way, I know that Zapier has an integration. Forgot I had my picture big again. So just for anyone going back through this, this Still My App was the first thing we were looking at. And you can feel free to look through this article. It has a lot of resources. Has a prototype and everything. Then, yeah, we were just looking at Clarity and we have hundreds of WordPress developers on here. So that's a potential place that we could kind of draw talent from if we wanted to. But I think the main place I would draw talent would be the Roots forum and the Roots Slack channel. Okay, this already looks like a piece of shit. I mean, Clarity doesn't look like they've updated their design in the past 7 years. Okay. Manage clients, appointments, and payments from one single app. It's interesting, but I don't think I need to use any of these services. Coach Me. Yeah, I've heard of this. It seems kind of like a vague concept, though. I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever catch on. I mean, I'm sure it's catching on a little bit, clearly. Okay, Gravity Forms, here we go. Yeah, they should have a Calendly integration. That would be awesome. We could always just do it through MailChimp or SendGrid or something like that. Boy, I feel like Zapier probably has an integration. Let's take a look. Do they have gravity forms on here? Yeah, I think you can use a webhook for gravity forms, or just the gravity forms Zapier app, and then Calendly. New form submission. New form submission, then do this. No actions available. Connect this app. Sorry, there are no pre-built integrations for gravity forms plus Calendly. Okay, so we don't need it to go through gravity forms. We can have it go through MailChimp per se. We could have it go through anything, but we'll say MailChimp since that's what I've been using for email. When this happens, new or updated subscriber to a particular list that we will define, then do this. Why is it giving me MailChimp actions? Wait. Fail to build tests and turn your work. Do this. Find a campaign. No. Find a customer. This doesn't make any sense to me. Find customer in MailChimp when new or updated subscriber. What does Calendly have to do with any of that? That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's say like SendGrid. Send email and Calendly when invitee created SendGrid. Okay, let's just look around for what Calendly has, because I know that I want to use them. I don't know why. It's probably not necessary, actually. We could probably simplify the relying on third-party tools. The problem is, I love the time zone changing, the automatic time zone changing that Calendly does. I don't think you would need to send them a specific Calendly URL, because each consultant would show their available times on Calendly, and then yeah, you don't need a specific URL to email the customer. So let's lay this out a little bit in visual, how this is going to work. All right, so the flow. Okay, you don't schedule it when you purchase it on the website. You just purchase an upfront amount of time. So, like a minimum amount, we'll say What's the least amount of time you can schedule on Calendly? I think that is 15 minutes. Might be shorter than that if you can do custom ones. Either way, if you're going to talk with someone for a few minutes, you'll probably want to block out 15 minutes anyways. So that'll work for now. So it'll be you purchase a 15 plus minute block on bonsai.jackalope.io / I mean, if you just want to keep it simple, you call it consulting. If you want to simplify that, you could say consult. We'll call it that for now. And MailChimp or SendGrid will send Calendly link to new customer. Customer clicks link and schedules time block. Then I mean, they'll likely have some type of confirmation, probably a page confirmation, and an email confirmation. Notification is sent to consultant. Let's say consultee. Notification is sent to consultant. Hopefully they shouldn't have to even verify that that's okay, because you'll be able to schedule your time blocks accordingly. And there will also be some admin notifications in there. So it goes Stripe for the payment, then MailChimp or SendGrid to send a Calendly link to the person that just bought the consulting time. And then the new consultee will open that email, click the link, and we'll schedule a time block. I just thought of something interesting. Let's do this later, because this will be a whole nother thing, but it'd be cool to do SMS. Down the road, so you could just put in your number. We should be able to do a single form that takes a number or an email, right? It doesn't matter. We'll focus on that later. Just email for now. So customer clicks it, goes to Calendly, and schedules time block, page confirmations, and email confirmations sent. Okay, so as far as planning goes, like that's all I'm gonna do. And now I'm just gonna hit the ground running by getting this page and this integration up and running as fast as possible. So that took about 20 minutes to go through and explain and do some basic planning. Now we're gonna get started. Okay, first we're gonna open up iTerm. Alright, we will come into our Bonsai tab. We're going to be working on Bonsai today instead of the Futures private beta. Alright, first thing we're going to be doing is just creating the page. Can I think of anything cooler than just like consult or consulting? Yeah, I'll just keep it simple for now. I can't think of anything quirky or simple. Okay, Bonsai example. Here we are. Open it up in Atom, which will be our text editor for the day. What's wrong with you? There you go. Now we'll get rolling on the Project Bonsai playlist. I'm going to be adding this to the website eventually. That'd be cool. Just a link to it. No, like an autoplay. Just kidding. It's jokes, folks. Alrighty. Did I I deploy this yet? I don't think so. No. This guy's database is wiped. How are you looking, Bonsai? Gotta give it daily watering, sunlight, love, affection, kind words, care, and attention. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is add a new page, and this will probably be up here. For now, I'm just going to call it consult. I might come up with something creative later. We'll see. I don't know. Atom is so weird, sometimes it installs multiple versions. Okay. Can get out of the scripts for now. We'll come into web, app themes, bonsai, resources, views. First we'll want a template for it, so which one do we want to duplicate? Do we want a sidebar in it? Let's just do the podcast one. I think that one's pretty basic. Call this consult. Consult. And instead of app, this will be consult. Okay. So this was under app. We'll duplicate app and call it consult. Alright, and that right now is just yielding the content from the actual WordPress page itself that we'll be creating. I guess I will build this as its own script for now until I can integrate it deeper into the development. So right now, I guess it'll be a feature. Product is kind of its own feature script that you run, so when you want to add e-commerce to it, the website. And then for now, we'll make this one, we'll call it consult. So for the consulting page, we could either script it right now, which is not very visual, or we could just start building it and script it later. So I'm gonna get rid of this stuff first, and then we can just comment all this out. We'll come back to this later. And we might even want to take notes on this for a second. Alright, so scripting consult.sh. This thing is going to create consult page, add consult form, So we're gonna wanna create the consult form first. Which in its most basic version right now will be its own separate form. This will be a new form. I like to create as few forms possible, so if we can use one single form for multiple products or something like that, then that's good. But this will have to be its own, and it'll be could even put this form in the sidebar or in a modal window. We'll see. Modal window for now. Okay, consult, create consult form. This will be I wonder how many forms I currently have. So how I like to figure this out is I come into WP CLI, I Google get form list, managing forms with WP CLI. I should make a cheat sheet for this. It'd save me a lot of time. Okay, getting forms. And I want to get form list. Listing forms. Okay. So from our scripts directory, we're gonna run WP, use the development alias, gf form list. So we have Bonsai form, enrollment form, question form, subscribe form. So we're going to be creating number 5. Which will be called consult form. And this will consist of, we can actually probably duplicate. Yeah, we can actually duplicate the Bonsai form. So it'll come up in a modal window. May or may not have a video, probably not. Email address, pro monthly. Instead of monthly or annually, here you'll have an option to pick who you are getting a buy-in time from. Then you will put in your credit card, cardholder name, and submit. And then it will redirect you to a confirmation page, but not only as a confirmation page, it could ask for additional info. I don't think we need to do that yet. We can focus on that later. So for now, it'll just be a confirmation page. Scheduled. I could call it scheduled confirmation page. Okay, so the consulting form, duplicate Bonsai form. And the Bonsai form is actually created in the product sh, form Bonsai product. So what we do here is we completely update the whole form when we create the product. originally it's just an email subscription, and then when you create your first product, it comes in and it uses this JSON file, form bonsai product JSON, to create the exact form that we want. So for now, it's as simple as coming into product and doing that exact same thing. And then this part down here is just updating the notification, the user notifications. I haven't quite got the confirmations to work through the command line, so that's one of the few things that you have to do manually at the moment. Or is the confirmation in the JSON? It might be. I can't remember. Okay, so we're actually on version 0.5. Update GF form. Here's the thing, instead of updating it, we are creating it. GF form create. Let's see, do I do that anywhere else? Under development. Post create. Bonsai form. Okay, fill JSON. Create one. Okay, so those are fields that it's doing. Form create. Okay, let's see if this works. No, let's look at our other form create real quick. Form create, yeah, it needs a name right here. GF form create. Okay, and this one will be called consult form. We can just use this as dummy data for now. And we'll modify it, and we'll export the JSON data and then replace it. So let's create that JSON file right now actually. So form bonsai product, form bonsai consult. There it is. This is the data we'll be replacing later. And we'll switch that over. Consult template. Okay, and then up here, we're going to be creating some pages. Let's look at product again. No, we didn't create a new page. Sensei we do. So form import, form enrollment JSON, form update, form import, and then supposed to create. So this is the enrollment page. The question is, which one do we want to copy? That'll get us the closest. This one is grabbing it from HTML, so we'll start there. So this will be template consult, consulet. And under content, we'll take enrollment and we'll duplicate it and call it consult. And this will be 5. We can adjust that later more. Consult, publish, title, consult. Okay, so that'll create the page and publish it. This will create the form notification. So actually, we want the page created afterwards, after the form's ready. Create enrollment page. ID. I don't know what the ID is going to be yet. This will be 5. Okay, I think this is ready to test out. I don't think I have permission to run it yet. Let's just try that out. Yeah, so I need to do gmod 777. We'll see if this works now. There we go. Parameter error. Did you mean title? Oh no. I got a little ahead of myself. Usually you should just run these one by one until the script has been tested, but console form, file, title. So created notifications with ID. So the notifications worked, but I think this needed a title flag. So let's try this. Title parameter, what? What's wrong with you? Okay, we'll go back to Sensei, probably has something we can look at. Form. Huh, there's no new form there. Really? Create enrollment form, yeah. GIF form import form enrollment.json. Okay, let's log into the, actually we can just list it here. See if it actually created anything. Subscribe form, so we haven't created the new form yet. Parameter errors, unknown title, unknown file parameter, form bonsai console.json, console form. Okay, first of all, let's make sure these match. Title equals. Why is this not working? Title parameter, file parameter. Title and file. That's how it's done. Or you could do it this way. Try. If this was import. Path to JSON. Okay. So let's delete this for now. Come into form enrollment. Duplicate this one. We'll call it form consult. And then where it says enrollment form, we'll say consult form. And then, wait, did this one have a title in it as well? Yeah, okay. Never mind. Delete this one more time. Come back into here. Okay. Consult form. That's good. It's all good. And then it goes to form JSON. And I do want to drop this. It's just not needed. And then I also have to change that here. And I'd like to change all of these to reflect that, but I'll do that later. Okay, content console. Okay, so this should work now. Forms imported one, list. All right, now we have consult form right here. And if we go into consult, we have a page. We do. So then we can go in and just change those products. All right, best way to do that, we'll come into bonsai.test. Forms. Huh. Alright, and then we go under just the normal edit. Change. Now this is like the simpler way to do it, honestly. If the code weren't minified, it'd be a lot easier. You could still do it just by editing this code directly. You'd want to find where the product is. Okay, so text pro monthly. I don't know. Let's play around, see. Just like I'm sure a lot of people know how to do it through the WordPress backend, but so we have pro monthly. We'll say Mason Lawler. $4 a minute. Okay, let's see what that does. So instead of creating this form, I think we can just run update. Okay. Save this part and then check out consult form Bonsai consult. It was originally update, wasn't it? Ugh. Oh, and then it needs an ID number. There we go. Please check the path, form Bonsai consult. Yeah, it's now just form consult. There we go. Okay, so now if we check this consult page, Okay, and since this is the same as the bonsai form, I can come into web, come into assets, into styles, into my leaf components forms. That's where all the form styling is, and then I will find let me just verify this form ID. Okay, we are in 5.1. So we're gonna go G-form 5, adding you to the club. And then we're gonna add 5.1. And pretty much everything that's 1 right here. Right? Bonsai form, ID 1, yep. So we want it to be identical to bonsai form. So actually let's just copy all of bonsai forms, form 1. So we're gonna replace that all here. And all of these 1s we're gonna replace with a 5. Input 1, 2. So this is also bonsai form. We're gonna duplicate this and call it 5.2. There's also 1.4.1. Same goes here. Oops. 5.1, 5.4.1. And that should be it for bonsai form. Just make sure. Okay. Let's check this out. Just waiting. Border radius. PG secondary. Okay. That's the product drop down right here. That should turn purple when this works. But it's taking a very long time to compile. Other than that, that should work. So then we're gonna take this form and we're going to drop it into a modal window like we do on the home page. So let's actually come into views, partials, modals. Enroll. Let's see. Okay, it's called enroll. This is really for the bonsai modal window. So let's duplicate it and we'll call it consult. We can get rid of the video. I don't think it'll really need a video for now. And then this would be 5. Yep. So, but let's see, when you pull in this content console HTML, let's go take a look at that real quick. So instead of the form bin right there, it's going to be included in the layout level. So we have layouts modals. Let's take a look at that. So we want, what do we have under there? Layouts modals. Okay, it has all the modals right there. I'm gonna add one. Actually, let's just remove modals entirely, and I'll put, yeah, you should be able to log in, and the nav one, subscribe, but instead of enroll, it will be consult, because I don't want to get those two confused. I think they shouldn't be able to enroll from the consulting page, just to prevent any confusion. But we will include login, nav modal, and subscribe for now. We could kind of nest those later, but so that's fine for now. Yield content, so yeah, I do want to keep that as just content for now. But that content is being defined by this, so we'll be removing that. And this is where we'll be displaying the different people that you can consult from. So for now, let's just say we'll just do some basic Bootstrap stuff. So let's do, we're already in a container, so this will just be row. No. Yeah, row, column, small. And then we'll do a card in here. And for now, we'll just give it a color. And then we'll say style. Width 200 pixels. Alright, let's just see how that looks. And for now, we don't actually need that in the page. So just copy all of this and drop it straight into where this content would usually be from. Okay, so that's the form. We want to put all that. We're getting rid of the form. Okay, this is modals. Oh, so this is the modal. We don't want to change this. We want to come into right here, where this content is. We can comment that out and just paste right here. So that should just put a couple little blocks in there. And then we have the mobile windows down there. So let's take a look. For some reason it's still grabbing the form on the page. Why would that be? Consult, login, nav, subscribe. We don't really need this file for now, since it's all in here. There we go. That's better. So then we just need a button that will launch that nav modal. So let's come over into our home page and copy the Bonsai's button. This will be under pages. No, this is actually global. So we have stack, get pro access right here. It's the main call to action button, and then first I need to spell width correctly. I also need to give it a height. And then I want to give it a button. This will launch instead of enroll modal. This will be called consult modal. Modal, we will want this ID changed. Consult modal. Consult modal label. Example modal label. I don't know why that's even there. Modal title. Okay, it's pulling form 5. And what color is it? Let's hope it's not too bright. Let's see what that does. Come on, what's going on? Just being really slow. Okay. Dope. Why is it so laggy? There we go. What is going on? It like keeps recompiling. $108. I think that's what that is. Okay. What is wrong with you? My CPU is cooking. OBS is taking a lot of juice. I'm gonna turn off my camera for now, see if that helps. Seems to be helping a little bit. Okay, let's compile this again. Well, that's working, so that's cool. It's still taking forever. There we go. How long did that take? That only took 4 seconds, it says. I don't know if that's true. It's doing that thing again. Yeah, sometimes like Yarn or Webpack will get stuck in a loop. Usually it'll fix it by shutting it down, booting it back up again, or just doing like a hard refresh. I'm gonna close it in all other windows. Yep. So you can try doing, until it loads for a second, and then empty cache and hard reload. Sometimes that'll fix it. I think it's actually live reload's problem, if I had to guess. Yeah, it's still broken. I don't know. And it immediately starts refreshing again. Okay. So another thing we could try is just running, just resetting everything a little bit. Yarn build. close out of that. So we can see if it's specific problem to that page. It could be. Okay, this is working here. Okay, it looks like just resetting yarn, running yarn, that'll build all the dependencies like bootstrap and all that again. And then run yarn build, that'll actually build the theme with all the assets in it. And then yarn run start, that fixed it. So looks like we're good now. And we can remove the download Bonsai because I don't think that's why people will be going to that. Page in particular. No thanks. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's okay. And then we can for now, we'll come into consult, and I want to replace this alert. Put this one. I just like throwing in copy that works at first, and first draft I don't really think too much about it. Alright, so then add some padding there. So I think this part of the tool kind of gives them the illusion that, let's see, do we need an MB5? Probably not. Let's do an MB2, MB3. And then take this, duplicate it. No, not that many. Okay, so we have the 2 cards. We just want to add one more. Small. we're adding one more right here, and we're adding one more right here. And then we probably will want an MB5 here. And under this alert, we'll want like an MB5 probably. So if you're curious what I'm doing right now, these are bootstrap classes that I'm just using to prototype the design really fast. This is how I like to code, and then eventually I'll take all these and organize them if needed into their own style sheets using like Sass extensions. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So I'd probably only start with a couple different people and then build from there. So we might not need the 2 rows for now. One of those will probably be me, and then the next would be whoever wants to do it that I can get to sign up. That's what I'm going to be focusing on this week. So I'm going to be posting on the Roots discourse and on so they have a discourse forum, and then they have a Slack channel that's private, and then they have, that's pretty much it. Then we'll be posting on different subreddits. Pretty much anyone that has expertise in one of the tools that we use. Like, they don't have to know Bonsai LMS at all. That would be ideal if they eventually did get familiar with it a little bit, but since Bonsai is using like Roots WordPress stack, then pretty much anyone that's an expert in one of those tools, anyone that's an expert in setting up servers, doing payments with Stripe, forms with Gravity Forms, Bootstrap for front-end design, WordPress, Vagrant, VirtualBox, any of those. But I'll probably start with people in the Roots community that already know all of those tools. So if you do the Roots, then you pretty much know all of these tools already to some extent. I don't really say I know those tools, but I know how to use them because I do it successfully every day. Okay. So now this will, more thing, let's come into, views. So we have the home nav, not modals. Okay, this is the global header. And say my courses, docs. Okay, we haven't launched a podcast yet, so I'm gonna replace that with consult. And then we'll come into home, we'll do the same thing. Okay, that can update in a second. Weird. That still hasn't changed. Here it has. So I think I might have changed the wrong. Did I not save it? Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. So I was under pages, home, header. Yeah, that's what I did. Header. This one changed globally. And then under home, that should have changed. Might just need some time. Sometimes it gets a little laggy. I'll do a hard refresh on it. There we go. Courses, docs, consult. Now let's click on consult. Select a consultant. Below are the top experts in Bonsai LMS and its tools. So for now, these will probably just lead to a bio page, which will also have a book consult. From there, I can probably keep the same form, but it should be able to dynamically select. Otherwise, I'd have to create a form for each different consultant, which isn't a huge deal, but especially when we're starting, I like to keep the amount of forms down to a minimum if possible. But let's focus on the design and the copy of all that later. So that'll be its own process. Basically, those will lead to a bio, which will be the exact same layout, which will have a book consult button right here. So then you'll come in here, and for testing purposes for now, let's come into here, and we could probably disable some of this. Please check if you've activated a Stripe feed for your form. Yeah, I haven't done a Stripe feed yet. But for now, let's just delete that. That'll easily come back later when we're ready. But I just can't deal with how ugly it is. Okay. What? Why is that still there? Let's check if you activate your Stripe feed. Reform. Did I save it? I don't think so. I don't know. There we go. That's looking much better. Okay. Whoa, that's not supposed to say Pro VIP manually. I think that got changed back somehow. Let's look under... No, that's the right form. Oh, it's because I clicked update and overwrote it, so... Yeah, here's the other way to change it non-pragmatically. So we'll just do Mason. And then I'll just say Skylar. And it would be like somewhere around like $2 a minute, or like ranging from like $1 a minute. Some people would range up to like maybe $3 a minute tops, maybe 5 tops actually. Required. Yeah, you can't not select that, so yeah, our form total. Okay, that much is working. So then when you submit this, we need to come into let's look over confirmations. Thanks for your purchase. We'll get in touch shortly. We'll change that to something fancier later under notifications. So we have an admin notification, which would be some type of email. I actually want to change this to SendGrid. And then I think this is where the main action would happen. So yeah, I'll come into MailChimp and I'll need to create a new list. I'll probably do this under another service later, but since I'm already set up and using MailChimp, this is No, I could actually do this through notifications. So that's the admin notification. Let's add a book consult notification. We'll send it through SendGrid. So we'll come go to the email that they put in. Subject is please book your consult time with product, which is a person, and then let's say thanks for your Okay, I'll be adding a quantity fill, I think, so that would go in here. It'd say like for booking I thought I could do it through Gmail. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we have one event type here. I should just be able to send this to people. Yeah, and then I can add conditional logic here, and based on the product, this is what you do for Mason. Then I can duplicate this and create one with a different link. Or I don't think I could insert some. Yeah, so I think that'd be the way to do it, is just create duplicate notifications with conditional logic. So let's give this a test run. I don't want to use Apple SendGrid's been having a problem with my Apple delivery lately. Alright, the confirmation worked. Now, let's go check it. I got the email pretty quickly, and takes me straight to Calendly. I actually want to do that in an incognito window to test it. Okay, so web conversations discussing pros and cons of using Teachable. Select a date and time. You can select any time. Say 15 at 10 a.m. Confirm. Name. Add guests. Mason. Schedule event. You are scheduled with Mason Lawler. Okay. Let's check my email again. And here I immediately have a confirmation that I can add to my calendar. And this is a Zoom web conference. You can join this meeting from Q2, right? Yeah. So it comes automatically with a Zoom link. And that is how you prototype a new feature in 2 hours. Now, there's still a lot of work to be done on it. That'll mostly be design, add in details, maybe some example videos, stuff like that. But that is a rapid prototype. So, I think I'm gonna call that a day. Let's try and deploy it to my staging and test it there. Then we'll be good. Okay, so let's first open up our staging script. Is going to clean the database. Then it's going to, we don't need to provision. We are generating keys. Then we're going to staging. We're going to go from development to staging. After it's all done, we'll sync the databases. And that should be pretty good. So don't forget to come over to GitHub and rapid prototyping consulting feature. Day 1. Or we'll just say V1. Commit, push. Go to your scripts directory and run staging.sh. And as usual, I always just double check it to make sure I didn't do something stupid. So cleaning the database, yep. And we're gonna migrate development to staging. Let's do it. we go. Deployment is successful. Now for the database migration. Give you a big yes. And that should be a success. Oh, what is all this? Files to consider, cache. Complete. There we go. Now let's come into Bonsai staging. We have a consult right here. Consult page. Under consult, let's run another test on this. Okay, confirmation message is working. We'll make that a redirect later. And let's see if I can come into that. If I can find that old email address of mine. I'm scared to test it with Apple because it hasn't been working with my Apple IDs because of SendGrid, some problem I don't fully understand. It's gonna take a day or two of just digging into it to figure it out probably. Okay, Mason, Alaska. Consultant time with Mason. Please select a time slot here. We'll open that in incognito. Come in here. Time slot. Pulled my email in. I pulled the wrong one in. This is Alaska. Schedule event. Now I can add it to the calendar from there, or it should also send me an email. And you can add it from here. So you have the Zoom link included. That's like a full feature basically. Rapid prototyped, tested in one day. And either later tonight or tomorrow I'll probably start designing this, because on Wednesday, tomorrow I might soft launch it, but on Wednesday I'd like to launch it to these communities that I'm gonna try and get to be the early adopters. So that has been Rapid Prototyping Part 1. See you guys later.